that's coming to you from Kansas State University in Manhattan, Kansas. The gentleman sitting next to me right here is Frank Tracz, Director of Bands at Kansas State University, and he's the brain behind all of this, and this has been quite an event over the years. 39 bands here this day.
Yep.
And but I have to say that when I came over this morning, the rain was coming down, and it was 49 degrees.
We went from summer of 90, 95 degrees to 48 degrees in like 2 days.
I heard that from the folks at the airport in Kansas City that told me that it was 95 degrees yesterday.
It was.
And
we were outside in rehearsal, and kids were wearing shorts, and guys that had no shirts on.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
So what kind of challenges does that present for you?
Well, all band directors will understand this. We watch the weather from 2 weeks out, and we start to guess, and we start to look at things. And the challenges are that, it comes to a point that if it's raining cold, that, first of all, is the student's safety. That's the most important thing to me. And the second thing is the instruments. The woodwinds don't do well in this. The third thing is the fact that it's just how much can you actually get done and play well in weather that is just nasty enough to cause a problem.
Sure.
So we're at the point here that right up until at 5:30 this morning, 6 o'clock, when I was listening to the rain pound through the lights that we have and the windows up on the roof here, the ceiling lights there, things that I just thought, well, I don't know if this is going to happen. But we got here and watched the weather, and we're trying to make a guess. And, as long as it doesn't lightning, as long as it's not as nasty as it could be, we're going to go through with this.
Oh, that's good.
So we've had one band cancel. We've had a number of band canceled before this in the last couple of weeks for various reasons, but just one because of weather. So.
And you've been here at Kansas State for 26 years?
Long time, 26 years, and this is the first one of 2 or 3 that we've actually had this with.
Well, that's marvelous.
Normally we've been lucky. We've been fortunate.
Normally, this kind of weather, we always see weather changes at this time of year. That fronts come through and the weather becomes a little unsettled. But October tends to be a month that has beautiful skies, and this is just a real exception to all of that.
It is, and there's nothing I can do about it, or anybody can do about it. So we're going to make the best decisions and go through it, and try to offer the best experience for the band directors and the students here that we can, and then we'll wake up tomorrow and take on the next issue.
And being here last year, I remember specifically coming in from Kansas City and seeing all of the trees and everything, that they were much greener. They're more yellow this year.
Yeah.
And so, the weather has changed.
It is. It's winter's coming a little bit sooner, I think. Yeah.
Tell us about your band.
Our band's doing really well. Another record number of kids coming up. Our enrollment keeps going up. We have 420 kids in the band. We put about 375 on the field. Tonight we're doing Greatest Showman from the musical movie. It's my wife and I had a little night out in the spring, and after the first 15 seconds of that opener of that show, those of you who've seen it, she turned to me and said, "This is going to be a halftime show, isn't it?" And I said, "It's got to be."
Yeah.
So Don Lynn, who's one of our former assistant directors here, is now doing his doctorate at Oklahoma, arranged the music, and it is spectacular. The drill is by Dr. Wimmer, my present assistant director. We got a little Bill Moffitt Sound Power Series percussion feature with spin wheels and step twos and all kinds of neat stuff, and some costumes and some opening segments and things. They're just phenomenal. So it's a good show. It's a fun show. It's a good band.
And ladies and gentlemen, you'll have that opportunity at the end of the program here this evening. The last band on the field will be, God willing, the Kansas State University Band. And you'll enjoy that show so much, that they bring out so many different things, but the spirit and the presence of these young people here, with that purple and white, that they're there, and they just do a great job. The band plays exceedingly well. They march as well as they play, and it's a real delight.
It's a marching band. We try to do both pretty well.
You bet. That's great.
Yeah.
Frank, thanks so much for spending some time. We know that you've got to get everything working here. We've only got less than an hour now before I'm
going to go out and do my final no rain dance.
No,
okay. Yeah, no, it's a private thing. So
you got to wear the war bonnet.
It's been working.
Yeah.
So, thanks for being here. We appreciate mandirector.com. We appreciate you two gentlemen being here very much. It's just a wonderful experience, and hopefully it's going to be a good day.
That's great. Thank you, Frank.
You're welcome.
We'll be back with you in just a moment with this viewer's choice from Kansas State University.